Quick disclaimer before the actual video starts. This video was voiced over live, so like when I recorded it, I talked at the same time. So if some parts are confusing or I mispronounce stuff, I'm sorry about that. Without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so hello everybody and welcome back to a new tutorial on my channel. This is my first video with an actual mic. It just got delivered like 2 hours ago, so I'd be happy about some feedback, how it sounds or if I should adjust anything. And back to my intro. In this tutorial I'll show you how to set up a CARRD page that looks pretty much just like mine does, because mine isn't a template. I fully customized it, it's fully made by myself. Without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so once you've made a CARRD account and you're logged in, you wanna see this homepage from CARRD. Okay, so we wanna click on choose a starting point. And because mine isn't a template, like you can use one of those many templates that aren't premium except when you wanna pay. I just went to a blank page. Once you load it in, you wanna see this. You can delete everything by either clicking on the bin here or just clicking delete. But that just sometimes works for me, so I'm happy about anything I can get. Then we can pretty much adjust everything from that point on. I just went for my background. You can by clicking on that, and then there's a color, gradient, image, video, slideshow. There's pretty much everything. For the sake of the tutorial, I just go with a color and make sure that it's not too bright and saturated, because you don't want the people to focus on your background but on your actual page. So go more with like a pastel tone. You can also add a pattern if you want to, like bricks or bubbles. I think I have some dots. You can change the color of those. Just play around with your options, size, thickness, whatever you want. Because this is a tutorial, I won't go into the full editing of it. Yeah. Okay, so once you've got that all set up, I personally like to do a little introduction thing. So like add a picture of my avatar and just write, hey, I'm the owner of the website. I create GFXs. Thank you for being interested in my work, pretty much that. To do that, we wanna click on the little plus icon right here and then click on image to add an image of our avatar. Let me have a look if I actually got one right here. Okay, yes, this was actually a commission I did, or like a trade I did with somebody, so I haven't used this anywhere, but I love it. Thank you so much. Okay, you can give it a title if you want to. I think that's when you hover above it, that you'll just see how it's called. You can describe the image for some people that can't see that good, and you can also add a link so that when you click on the image, it will basically lead you to another website. I don't do that because that's just my introduction. I just like to change the image a bit, so like its width or the height, or like where it's positioned in the center and the top. The shape, I did it for the introduction always to a circle. I put it like that. You can add borders, drop shadows, and then I like to align it to the center because I want to play the focus on it. You can also add little animations, so like that it's when you hover above it, it will zoom in, or when the site first loads, that it will bounce up or something. That's pretty much up to you. Now we want to add some text by clicking on the plus icon again and then on the text widget. Okay, you can again add animations or change the color of your text, change the font. I like to do that, but like don't put it on a hard to read font. Like this one is sometimes hard to read for people. Make one that's fat and that you can easily read. Like I personally like to use the Anton font. That's pretty easy to read, but there are a ton of options, as you can see right here. Like I could go on to scroll for a bit. Again, you can adjust it to pretty much anything. I just align it to the center now because this is a tutorial. You can add a gradient or whatever you want to. That's really up to you. Okay, so now that we've got the basics set up, we wanna get over to editing the actual website. So I personally like to have actually 3 buttons on my homepage. So like again, you can adjust it to pretty much anything. And it's up to you. Also, if you hover about it, that it gets darker or stuff. Or you can, I don't know, round the corners. I like to do it so it won't look as harsh. And yeah, I just put it at the center now. You can also change the size, which is what I'll do. Because otherwise, I don't like it as much. Okay. If you want to add little icons, I think that's something you can do here, isn't it? No, it isn't. Okay, I don't know how I did that with the icons, I'm sorry. I thought that's something you could do here. But it isn't. Anyway, we've got all of that now set up. This is basically what you'll see when you open the page. So, let's get to the URL of the buttons. Basically, I have my examples all posted in my Gilded server. So like any time I finish a commission, I'll post it there. And then I've basically put my Gilded server link here with the, what is it called, with the channel from my examples. Okay, so I actually stopped the recording for a while because I had something coming up IRL. So I don't really know where I left. I only know that I had those buttons open. So I think I explained what to do with the URL. So basically, if you have some examples of your GFXs linked somewhere else or saved somewhere else, you can just copy and paste the link here. So when people click the button, it will lead you to the site that you have actually linked. Yes, that's pretty much it for other sites, like if you don't want to stay on CARRD. And if you want to stay on CARRD, this is what we will go to now. We want to click on the plus icon and then click on the hashtag control. Now it has added a section. The section name, you can change that later. I just want to explain for a moment what a section is. Basically, every time you add such a section, it will divide what you see from the CARRD website. So basically, when I load in under the link that your CARRD website will be saved, you will see this, only this. And let's just say I added some buttons. You won't see this. You'll only see this part until the section, because this is a section. And when you can, for example, get to another section by clicking a button, or you can make that it fades in, or whatever you want. So, if you wanna or be able to order on your CARRD website, we wanna do that now. You wanna rename the section in whatever you wanna call it. I just do it like when I write on my buttons order, I also name the section order. So that's what I will do right now. And then you wanna go back to the buttons on top, click on order and change the URL to a hashtag and then the name of your section. So for me that would be order 2. Basically that has just linked those two, the button to the section. So if I click on order now, I will see this and not this part anymore, but only the part more down. Now on my website I have added some buttons that you can choose from what you want to order. So like for example, let's say you're saying profile pictures and banners. Most of the time people only order one, orange renders. So those are the basic things that you want to sell as a GFX artist. So we've got those 3 buttons, and then I made another section which I called again like the buttons. So profile picture, and then I personally like to add a image or a gallery with this, like it contains more images than one, but I only did one. Then I like to change that to a rectangle again, because it's an example. I want my customers to be able to see more of it at once. And then I personally like to add one example. I just use a placeholder for here. You wanna click on upload and then upload your image, or just drag and drop it from your files. Again, you can add a link, an alternate text, or a title. I usually don't link images, but that's up to you. Now I put it into a container, so I simply have to copy the container and only change the text we will add in the next step, and the image, and not have to copy everything again. Okay, what you want to do then is add a text and just like type in there what it contains. Just a few basic informations, and then you can add another button, which is like order here. That's basically all. And on this button you will add your Google form link, or however you want your customers to be able to fill out information or pay. You can add those links here. You could also add a pay here button, whatever you're up to. And that's how you'll move on. You can make a banner, and then, wait, I haven't changed that. Again, hashtag and then the name of your section. So for this it will be hashtag banner. And now you can just hover a little on the outside of image and text and button. You will see container. When I click on duplicate on the bottom left hand corner, pull that into the next section, and yeah, then you can change everything again. So like, I don't know, 200 Robux as a banner, then add your banner form link, and that's how you'll basically do everything. You can also make a page for your socials. The order that you put your sections in actually doesn't matter. That just loads whatever the section is called. So you could also move the socials section in here. That's whatever you want. Let me try to publish it. Test YT. Title. Test. Description test. Okay, doesn't work now. Okay, so it's been a few minutes, but now I can publish it. It was actually my Wi-Fi. Okay, let's view the site. So we've got the home page, and when we click on order, we get loaded to this one. And when I click to banner, all of this works. I haven't linked any forms here, which is why when I click on the button, I just get back to the home page. But yeah, that's basically how I made my card site. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and it helped you. And if you stayed until now, thanks a lot. And I'd like to do a little thing where I hide a code word in every video, and people can comment it, and either in the comments or in my Guilded server, and then I'd make them a free GFX just for practice for myself. So tell me if any of y'all would be interested into that. Yes, and other than that, have a great day or a night, and enjoy it. Bye!